A church is enough. A church is enough. A local church can change a nation.
It is quite an unusual thing that a Nigerian would be pastoring in the Ukraine. How in the world did that ever happen? How did you get from Nigeria to the Ukraine?
The Communist Party of the Soviet Union gave free scholarship to kids all over Africa. And I was not a Christian, but just 6 months after I got that scholarship, 6 months before I left the country, God just caught me. I got saved, so radically saved. So before I got to the Soviet Union, I was saved. Instead of coming back to Africa to become a revolutionary and a communist revolutionary, God got me saved, planted me at the backyard of communism, and turned me into a missionary.
My first mission in my country is to challenge the government, is to influence the government, is to influence the media, is to influence the economic realm, is to influence the educational system, so that the authority of God will not be removed. The church is supposed to be the headquarters of God's kingdom here on earth. So in our church, I tell my people, anybody that comes and steps into the door of the God Embassy Church, that in 6 months, if your life does not change for the better, say I'm not a man of God. Any society where the church is not taking a leading role and is not playing a forceful role in giving direction, darkness overcomes in that society. It is the church that should give direction to a nation. If a church is not affecting the lifestyle of her community, it's as good as it's not there. All is to make the glory and the influence of the kingdom permeate through all that sphere of life.
Pastor Sunday's uniqueness is nothing but his simplicity, his humility, his simplicity, and is a man of prayer.
He's a man out of place.
He believes so strongly in his calling.
He is the most joyful pastor in all the world.
I have never seen that kind of a free spirit in a man of God.
He's ready to listen, easy to approach. He has his feet on the ground.
The man is constant.
The love of Jesus really reflected in this man.
He's reachable, he's accessible, and he's the people's man.
He's a deliverer and a savior rather than a preacher of the gospel.
He just decided to go for God 100%.
His passion for God is inexpressible.
I noticed the joy of the Lord. He's a people lover.
He has time for everyone. I've seen him spend hours talking to just one person. It's a stunning rebuke to most ministers.
I expected 20 bodyguards around him. Nobody was around him, just a personal aide to attend to him, that's all.
He's never two-faced. He never has his own agenda.
He's just simply genuine, he's original.
He practices what he preaches.
He loves all people.
Thanks to him, people started to love God more.
You know the reason Jesus preached? It's not because it's Sunday he has to preach. No, he preached all the time. Why? He was trying to release the principles of the kingdom that will fix every need that any man has. So he doesn't need to have Sunday service or Thursday service or Wednesday service only. No, he was releasing it all the time. If you could just get it, you are fixed. That is what the church was supposed to be doing.
What I believe we should be doing is not just to build the church per se, but to be able to take the church out of the four walls of the church and into the world. So what we are actually doing is affecting the political life of the country. Is like, for example, we had the last election of the last parliamentary election in Ukraine, and we had 600 people from our local church running for different offices. And we have the mayor of our city, it's a city of 4 million people, Kiev. A member of our church won the election. Now the mayor is now a member of our church.
The activity of the church is not supposed to be limited to Sunday services. The main focus and goal of the church is to disseminate the truth of the kingdom and the principles of God into every sphere of life, so that nobody will be living in your city without walking in the truth of God. A church cannot originate from a man, no matter how talented and gifted you are.
Because I have seen, believe me, I've seen big churches that don't have any effect on the society. I have seen big churches that have 1 million, 2 million, and they don't even have a say. People just ridicule them. They just laugh at them. They just make fun of them. And they are all heroes in their pulpits, but not heroes in the society. We've got to have the approach of how to minister to the heart of men. And I believe that God has given us the key. So we still have 1,000 people getting saved every month.
For the gate of hell not to overcome a church, that church must first be built by him.
Shine, shine for Jesus. You are the salt of the earth. You are the one he's looking at. You are the laborers on the field. You are the sheep among the wolves. Go on pressing for the Lord. Keep on pressing on.
The best pastor. That's what he looks like. Make some more noise.
We must keep on shining on. You are the one he's looking at. You are the laborers on the field. You are the sheep among the wolves. Go on pressing for the Lord. Keep on pressing on.